today's topic, we are going to be talking about the social media platform known as Reddit, which is dubbed the front page of the internet by themselves, I guess. I guess they dubbed themselves that. I don't know, man. So you may be sort of familiar with Reddit already. You know, you may have watched videos about them, you know, you may have just heard things about them, or, God forbid, you may actually be a user, a Redditor of Reddit, which in that case, only may God have mercy on your soul. No, but really, I'm sure people have heard a variety of things, and I don't really think it's that bad. I can assure you it's really not that bad, truly. I mean, there's some good things on this fucking site, you know? I mean, look at the sub. The sub is just full of dogs, dude. I mean, how can you not like dogs? You don't like dogs? Really? You don't like dogs? Okay, but really, you know, when there's some good, there's probably gonna be some bad. And, you know, Reddit is no exception to that. With Reddit, there is a rather curious side to its site, if I'm saying the least. You know, there's quite the variety of subreddits, strange ones at least, and this is only hitting the tip of the iceberg. You know, so you got r/distressing memes, r/DPH, which is Benadryl, r/fedlegs, r/prison wallet, r/Uber, r/fifth world problems, and r/sixth world problems. You got r/chairs underwater, which is exactly what it sounds like. I don't even want to say those ones. You got r/I'm sorry, John. You got r/cat standing up, which is also a literal site of, or a literal sub of cat standing up. r/dinosaurs fucking, which again is also exactly what it sounds like. And r/blurry pictures of dogs. That one's pretty lit. It's just like weirdly obscure. We all have a blurry picture or two on our phones of our beautiful, beautiful dogs. Now, all of those subs are quite strange, to say the least. You know, kind of ranging in absurdity, how offbeat, or just straight up how bizarre and almost even ominous they are. But there is one sub that has kind of piqued my curiosity for quite some time. r/stims. Today, we'll be taking a deep dive into looking around, trying to figure out what the hell goes on there exactly. So, buckle up. So what is r/stims? Well, stims is short for stimulants, which is a class of psychoactive drugs that particularly work on increasing the activity of the central nervous system. People use it for things like performance enhancement, you know, kind of increased attention and focus, increased creativity and productivity, you know, things like that sorts. So, you know, in this sub, people kind of discuss the use and abuse of stimulants. They discuss harm reduction tips. They share experiences, share stories, ask questions, you know, make memes even. So the sub was made on November 21st, 2013, and I believe has just under 116,000 members. So it's been around for a while, and it's a moderately medium-sized sub. And then you also have some references to some of their sister subs, or at least other drug-related subs. The rabbit hole goes deep, I'll just say that. Once we start looking around, you see there's quite a bit of threads. You know, the culture is, there's a lot of memes that kind of are a bit esoteric and obscure in their own respects. They can be kind of quite dark in their humor. Anybody who doesn't really understand addiction or has no experience with it or very little, you know, they're gonna come here and look and be like, what the fuck is is this place, bro? And it's like, I don't really blame him. You know, anyway, so once we continued looking through the posts, we see a bunch of them are like question related, you know, and if you even scroll through for a bit, you'll kind of see a lot of the same questions get asked time and time again. So the first thread is titled, "Looking for some advice with the post flare labeled as Adderall, which is a prominent stimulant in this world." The user writes that he is, quote, "gonna try some Adderall, want to snort it. How much should I start? Never done before or had many experiences with drugs besides a couple tabs of Molly and a couple lines of cocaine. So how much is good to snort starting off?" Well, let's get right into it. You know, I think this post is a great way to start off what kind of threads are here. Because it's, you know, if you notice, it's not so much this guy's like asking whether or not he should do it. He's more so being like, okay, I'm gonna do it. How do I do it right? Which seems to be a lot of the general attitude here. In the comments, you know, I think something that's so funny is like you have the two top comments. The first one being like, it's kind of long, you know, thought out, elaborate fucking like response as to why he shouldn't do it that way and how he should do it another way, as long as why he thinks that. But then the other comment, top comment, is just eat it. So I think that's like a perfect fucking, I don't know, introduction to the kind of community we have here. Anyway, on to the next post, which is pretty similar. This user writes, "How dangerous is snorting pills? I, 18 female, have Ritalin prescription and sometimes crush and snort the pills." So pretty much he's just asking about how, you know, harmful snorting the pills will be. And something that kind of sticks out to me is like the fact that she says she's an 18-year-old girl, which is just like, I don't know, it's just kind of sad in some way, you know, and it's, I don't know, she has a Ritalin prescription, but, you know, she's tending to abuse it, and it's, you know, I'm not judging her for that. It's just, I don't know, I guess a sad state of affairs, what drugs do. And the other question we have is first time trying crack. So this guy is just fucking jumping right into it. Hi guys, so a bit of a context. I take coke, or I've done coke a few fair times, all kinds of purities, and I've been doing drugs in general for about 8 years, so it's not like I'm just jumping into it. Yeah, but this person is pretty much just asking for like advice on how much to take. So those are just like some, you know, brief examples of the kind of questions that are being posted here day in, day out. The weird / disturbing / funny threads. And I kind of use funny in like a way, like it's not like I'm trying to make fun of these people, it's just, I mean, the comedy of these is undeniable. Okay, and then this next thread is really ramping up the intensity. "Spent my entire night beating my dick and worshiping Satan." Damn. Not my proudest moment, TBH. That's a fair, you know, judgment. "I've done plenty of edging sessions in the past, but this was something else or something weirder that I've never done before. Basically muted all the porn I was watching and instead had hours-long demonic chants and hymns playing in the background. Literally was speaking in fake tongues and would just repeat words like Hail Satan, Hail Porn, and other degenerate shit of the variety." I am just cringing right now. Fuck, I would be too. Jesus. "Thinking about how I was trying to reach out to demons and evil spirits while watching some hardcore compilations. At some points, I would hear someone behind me or my door opening. Shit turned me on, goddamn. Jesus." Yeah, so basically I'm pretty down bad. I'm banking on the belief that God isn't real because I pretty much sealed my place in hell if this shit does exist. Oh my god, dude, that one is just fucking brutal. That, you know, when you say tweakers masturbating for 12 hours, I feel like that's what people have the picture in their heads, you know. Some dude just ferociously beating his fucking meat. Jesus Christ, dude, that's nuts, dude. So, and then this next thread is kind of the same in that it shares a weird sexual element to it, or at least there's a sexual element to it, which seems to be kind of a common theme of a lot of these stories and experiences. Help. Confess to my religious vanilla girlfriend while sleep talking about my love for sticking dildos in my ass after binging meth for 3 nights. So, been off good old meth since couple of months and got on it for 3 nights straight with broken 6-hour sleep during the time. My girlfriend didn't know I was on it. That's a recipe for disaster.
It's floating.
It's a floater.
I blame bags under my eyes and other signs of being tired and stressed. Come on, dude, really? Finally, she pushed me into sleeping around 2 a.m. last night, and I woke up asking her this with a weird laugh. Hey, are you holding a newspaper? She points to her hand, and it's in her hands. I remember I started laughing out of embarrassment and said, "Oop, that's actually my third leg." Georgia looked weirded out. My is like the tiniest thing out there, and here I was talking to her as overnight I grew a horse. How the hell did I wake up thinking my girlfriend's holding a newspaper? What are you asking us for, dude? Like, fuck if I know. Georgia went into a weird passive-aggressive mood and informed me about my sleep talk conversation with her, and she managed to record 10 minutes of it on her watch.
You done fucked up now!
I am a sleep talker, but I have actually never made conversation while asleep. I sounded like how one sounds after being drugged at the dentist. I am so embarrassed because my partner is a raised Catholic who doesn't let me have with her because we aren't married. Ah, I see. This man is a refined enjoyer of a poophole loophole. She is very religious and told me that she fell for me because I was manlier than most guys. She loved how different I was compared to, quote, today's men who let their wives penetrate them with toys. What the fuck?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Ah, dude, these people are just both awful. I guess I'll say this. There really is no hate like Christian love. I admit, to get her approval, I might have lied initially about how much we were alike and told her I was exactly of the same opinion about men who like butt stuff done to them. I told her what she wanted to hear. Like, why is that a topic? Like, I understand if you're discussing limits, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, what? Then she played the recording of my sleep talk with her, and here are the parts which I could understand. Most of it was gibberish and weird laughs. Ooh, this is gonna be bad. Jess, can you lick my...
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
Put that up my... Jess. Jess is my ex-girlfriend. I wish she had like you, Jess. Let Georgia suck my while you lick my... Anyone else ever done weird shit like this? So we've looked at quite a bunch of different posts here. You know, we looked at kind of some of the more funny things, you know, some of the memes, you know, and overall, I think this sub has a lot of good and bad qualities to it. And while a lot of the stuff that goes on in this sub is far from healthy, I think it's good for some of these people who are struggling, or whether or not they're struggling, to have a sense of connection. You know, because I think when people are in active addiction, you know, unfortunately, they struggle with being disconnected from everybody. They struggle with being isolated, you know, and it's just so this sub kind of relieves some of that. You know, however, on the flip side, a more critical perspective would be, while I think a lot of this is good, you know, I don't know about being healthy because I use that loosely, you know, I think a lot of it can be good for people. I do think there is something to be said that a lot of the kind of things that go on here are kind of normalized in these communities. or even it's considered comedic and it's even funny to others. And I mean, there is an element of humor to it, and I understand that people have been using comedy to cope for basically ever. People have been using it to cope with trauma. I think the normalizations of these things, whether externally or internally, can also have, you know, additional consequences that must be considered. So overall, while it's fun for people like me and you who aren't afflicted with the disease of addiction to maybe visit here, maybe browse around for a bit, you know, remember that we have the possibility to leave. These people don't. It's like we have to try to remember that these are real people experiencing real issues. You know, this isn't fiction. You know, these aren't made up stories. These are real human beings going through some real shit, to say the least. And just because we're looking at it through the lens of a computer, that doesn't make these experiences or these people any less real or any less valid. We have to try to stay conscious and mindful of that. And I'm definitely guilty of that too, you know? I'm not saying I'm like perfect in any way, but all I'm saying is that we just need to keep, you know, an eye on that, as I think continued use of the internet can decrease our empathy skills, you know? I mean, just look at how the world's going today. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you don't mind, please leave a like and subscribe. So that's pretty much all I got for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks.